The relationship between Sondra Locke and Clint Eastwood is a narrative rich with intrigue, complexity, and controversy spanning decades, leaving an indelible mark on both their personal and professional lives. Despite having a beautiful love story, the strange thing is that they never got married, and of course, everything has a reason. The relationship between Sondra and Clint was so broken that it could not be saved after a legal battle over disagreements. After a long period of living together, they even stated that it was impossible to stay friends after that. Let's explore the reasons why Sondra Locke and Clint Eastwood couldn't get along. The start of their story. Their story begins in the vibrant landscape of mid-1970s Hollywood, where Eastwood, already a towering figure in the industry, and Locke, an aspiring actress with undeniable talent, collided in a fateful encounter that would shape the course of their lives. Clint Eastwood, the epitome of rugged masculinity and cinematic prowess, cemented his status as a Hollywood icon through his iconic roles in Western and action films. With an illustrious career as both an actor and director, Eastwood commanded respect and admiration within the entertainment world. Meanwhile, Sondra Locke was carving her path in the film industry. Despite her humble beginnings, Locke possessed a natural charisma and acting ability that propelled her into the spotlight. Before meeting Eastwood, Locke had already established herself with standout performances in acclaimed films, such as The Heart is a Lonely Hunter, 1968, a poignant adaptation of Carson McCullers' novel, for which she received an Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actress. This early recognition showcased Locke's talent and potential, setting the stage for her eventual collaboration with Eastwood. Their first encounter amidst the backdrop of Hollywood auditions for Clint Eastwood's film The Outlaw Josie Wales in 1976 catalyzed a relationship that would captivate both the public and industry insiders alike. Sondra Locke's audition for a role in the film proved to be serendipitous, as she not only secured a part, but also caught the attention of Eastwood himself. Cast as Laura Lee, a pivotal character in the film, Locke's talent and screen presence immediately resonated with Eastwood, laying the foundation for a collaboration that would transcend the boundaries of cinema. At the time of their initial meeting, Clint Eastwood was navigating the complexities of his personal life, having been married to Maggie Johnson. However, their marriage was already strained, and Eastwood found himself drawn to Locke in ways that defied his existing commitments. As their professional collaboration blossomed into something more profound, Eastwood and Locke embarked on a clandestine romantic affair, their connection deepening with each passing day. In 1975, amidst the backdrop of their burgeoning romance, Eastwood took the pivotal step of officially separating from Johnson, signaling the beginning of a new chapter in his life. With their relationship no longer confined to the shadows, Eastwood and Locke embraced their newfound status as a public couple, with their love story captivating audiences and dominating headlines. Their collaboration extended beyond the realms of romance as Eastwood and Locke continued to work together on a series of films that showcased their undeniable chemistry both on and off screen. Projects such as The Gauntlet, 1977, and Every Which Way But Loose, 1978, allowed them to explore different facets of their partnership, blending elements of action, comedy, and drama to create cinematic magic. Despite the initial allure and apparent synergy between Sondra Locke and Clint Eastwood, their relationship was ultimately marred by controversy and turbulence, culminating in a highly publicized legal battle that exposed the darker undercurrents of their partnership. In 1989, Locke took the bold step of filing a palimony lawsuit against Eastwood, unleashing a torrent of accusations and revelations that shocked the entertainment industry and the public at large. Central to Locke's lawsuit were explosive allegations that Eastwood had made promises of financial support and career opportunities in exchange for her compliance with deeply personal and morally fraught decisions. Locke asserted that she had undergone 2 abortions during their time together, allegedly at Eastwood's insistence, to preserve their relationship and further his career ambitions. Legal battle. The lawsuit thrust their private struggles into the harsh glare of the media spotlight, laying bare the power dynamics and ethical complexities that often lurk beneath the surface of Hollywood glamour. Locke's accusations painted a damning portrait of Eastwood as a manipulative and controlling figure, exploiting his influence within the industry to further his interests at her expense. The fallout from the legal dispute was swift and far-reaching, signaling the definitive end of their personal and professional partnership. Their relationship, once characterized by passion and collaboration, had devolved into bitterness and recrimination, leaving behind a trail of shattered dreams and broken promises. In the aftermath of their acrimonious split, Locke's career faltered, never quite recapturing the heights of success she had enjoyed during her time with Eastwood. Despite her undeniable talent and resilience, she found herself sidelined by an industry unwilling to forgive or forget the scandal that had engulfed her personal life. Conversely, Clint Eastwood emerged relatively unscathed from the legal battle, his career as an actor, director, and producer continuing to flourish in the years that followed. While the controversy surrounding his relationship with Locke undoubtedly left a stain on his reputation, Eastwood's formidable talent and enduring appeal ensured that he remained a dominant force within the entertainment industry. The legal dispute between Sondra Locke and Clint Eastwood erupted into a highly publicized and contentious affair that captured the attention of the media and the public alike in the late 1980s. At the heart of the dispute were explosive allegations leveled by Locke against Eastwood, accusing him of manipulating their personal and professional relationship for his gain. In 1989, Sondra Locke took the bold step of filing a palimony lawsuit against Clint Eastwood, igniting a legal firestorm that would expose the darker undercurrents of their partnership. In her lawsuit, Locke sought financial compensation for what she claimed were broken promises made by Eastwood during their romantic relationship and their professional association. Central to Locke's allegations were claims that Eastwood had offered her financial support and career opportunities in exchange for her compliance with deeply personal and morally fraught decisions. Specifically, Locke asserted that Eastwood had coerced her into undergoing 2 abortions during their time together, allegedly to preserve their relationship and further their career ambitions. The lawsuit thrust their private struggles into the harsh glare of the media spotlight, laying bare the power dynamics and ethical complexities that often lurk beneath the surface of Hollywood glamour. Locke's accusations painted a damning portrait of Eastwood as a manipulative and controlling figure, exploiting his influence within the industry to further his interests at her expense. The legal battle that ensued was protracted and bitter, with both parties engaging in a fierce courtroom showdown that riveted audiences and dominated headlines. Throughout the proceedings, Locke remained steadfast in her determination to hold Eastwood accountable for what she perceived as his betrayal, while Eastwood vehemently denied any wrongdoing, dismissing the allegations as false and unfounded. Settlement. Locke's claims are baseless and sensationalistic. In 1990, after months of contentious legal wrangling, Eastwood and Locke reached a landmark settlement that brought an end to their bitter legal dispute. While Eastwood did not formally admit to any wrongdoing as part of the settlement, he agreed to pay Locke a substantial sum in financial compensation. Reports suggest that the settlement amounted to around $7 million, a figure that underscored the gravity of the allegations and the severity of the fallout from their tumultuous relationship. The terms of the settlement effectively brought closure to the lawsuit, providing a semblance of resolution to a saga that had gripped the public's imagination and tarnished the reputations of both Eastwood and Locke. With the legal battle finally behind them, both parties could begin the arduous process of rebuilding their lives and moving forward from the turmoil and acrimony that had defined their relationship. For Sondra Locke, the settlement represented a measure of vindication and validation for her decision to speak out against the injustices she perceived. Though the scars of the legal battle would linger, the financial compensation provided a degree of solace and closure, allowing Locke to reclaim a sense of agency and autonomy over her own life. As for Clint Eastwood, the settlement marked the end of a turbulent chapter in his storied career, one that had tested his resolve and resilience in ways he had never anticipated. While the financial repercussions of the settlement were significant, Eastwood emerged largely unscathed from the legal battle, his reputation as a Hollywood heavyweight remaining largely intact. Following the seismic legal dispute with Clint Eastwood, Sondra Locke's once promising career in Hollywood experienced a profound and lasting downturn. Before the lawsuit, Locke had already encountered her fair share of challenges in navigating the competitive and often unforgiving landscape of the entertainment industry. However, the highly publicized feud with Eastwood and the negative publicity that ensued dealt a devastating blow to Locke's professional prospects, effectively limiting her opportunities and casting a shadow over her future endeavors. The fallout from the legal battle reverberated throughout the industry, with Locke finding herself marginalized and overlooked by casting directors, producers, and studio executives alike. Despite her undeniable talent and resilience, Locke struggled to shake off the stigma associated with the scandal that had engulfed her personal and professional life, finding herself relegated to the periphery of an industry that had once held such promise. In the years following the lawsuit, Locke continued to pursue her passion for acting and directing, determined to carve out a place for herself in an industry that had turned its back on her. However, the road ahead proved to be fraught with obstacles and setbacks as Locke grappled with the harsh realities of an industry that often values youth and novelty over experience and talent. Relationship and marriage. Although Clint Eastwood and Sondra Locke's enduring and intricate relationship captivated the public's imagination, they never took the step of marriage. Several factors contributed to this decision, shedding light on the complexities that characterized their romantic journey. One significant impediment to marriage was Clint Eastwood's marital status at the onset of his relationship with Locke. When it first became romantically involved in the mid-1970s, Eastwood was still legally married to his first wife, Maggie Johnson. The constraints of his existing marriage likely posed a substantial barrier to Eastwood and Locke formalizing their relationship through marriage. Eastwood's marriage to Johnson had already been strained for some time before his involvement with Locke became public knowledge. The decision to officially separate from Johnson in 1975 signaled a significant shift in Eastwood's personal life, paving the way for his relationship with Locke to become more publicly acknowledged. However, despite the dissolution of his marriage to Johnson, the legal implications and emotional complexities surrounding divorce may have made Eastwood hesitant to enter into another marital commitment. Eastwood and Locke's relationship was marked by its unique dynamics and challenges, which may have influenced their decision not to marry. While their connection was undoubtedly deep and enduring, the pressures of fame, professional obligations, and personal differences likely added layers of complexity to their partnership. Following the tumultuous end of his relationship with Sondra Locke, Clint Eastwood embarked on a new chapter in his personal life with actress Frances Fisher. This new relationship not only signaled a fresh start for Eastwood, but also marked the beginning of a significant chapter in his romantic journey. Frances Fisher, a talented actress of both British and American descent, had made a name for herself in the entertainment industry, with memorable roles in a variety of films and television series. Known for her striking beauty, formidable talent, and versatility as an actress, Fisher had established herself as a respected presence on both the big and small screens. The paths of Eastwood and Fisher crossed on the set of the film Pink Cadillac, released in 1989. It was during the production of this movie that the sparks of romance began to fly between the two, setting the stage for a burgeoning relationship that would soon capture the public's imagination. Their romance blossomed in the wake of Eastwood's legal battle with Sondra Locke, with Fisher providing a source of solace and support during a tumultuous period in Eastwood's life. Their connection deepened as they navigated the complexities of love and fame, finding strength in each other's company and shared experiences. For Eastwood, his relationship with Fisher represented a chance at redemption and renewal, a fresh start after the turmoil of his previous romance. Public imagination. Frances Fisher's warmth, intelligence, and unwavering support provided Eastwood with a sense of stability and companionship that he had long sought but struggled to find. As a couple, they graced red carpets together, attended prestigious award ceremonies, and made joint appearances at movie premieres, including the esteemed Academy Awards. Their public outings painted a picture of a couple deeply immersed in each other's lives and careers, enjoying each other's company amidst the glamour of the Hollywood spotlight. Despite their high-profile status, Eastwood and Fisher's relationship garnered a relatively lower level of public scrutiny compared to Eastwood's previous romances. This may have been due to the discretion with which they conducted their personal lives, as well as the fact that they kept a relatively low profile as a couple, preferring to let their work speak for itself. The birth of Francesca Fisher Eastwood marked a significant milestone for Clint Eastwood, as it was the first time he was present for one of his children's births. However, the circumstances surrounding Francesca's arrival in the world were shrouded in secrecy and complexity. Eastwood, known for his intense dedication to his career and desire for privacy, instructed Frances Fisher to keep her pregnancy a secret until her last trimester, fearing that the attention it would garner might detract from his Oscar campaign. Despite the joyous occasion of Francesca's birth, the relationship between Eastwood and Fisher faced numerous challenges. Just a month before Francesca was born, Eastwood was confronted with claims from a 39-year-old woman from Kent, Washington, who asserted that he was her biological father. Although Eastwood has never publicly responded to these claims, the revelation undoubtedly added strain to an already complicated situation. Furthermore, the revelation of yet another secret family with Jason Reeves, discovered by Fisher not through Eastwood himself, but through other means, further strained the relationship between Eastwood and Fisher. The discovery of this additional secret brood likely intensified the existing tensions within their partnership, highlighting the complexities and complications that often accompany relationships in Hollywood. Split and new romance. Despite being legally free to wed, Eastwood and Fisher chose not to marry, opting instead to maintain their relationship without the formalities of marriage. However, the strain on their relationship eventually became too great, and in January 1995, Eastwood and Fisher decided to part ways, bringing an end to their romantic partnership. In the years following their split, both Eastwood and Fisher moved forward with their lives. Francesca Fisher Eastwood, in particular, welcomed a new addition to the family in 2018, giving birth to a son named Titan Wraith. While Eastwood had become a grandfather several times before Titan's birth, he had never before publicly announced the birth of one of his grandchildren, making Titan the first grandchild to have his birth announced by Eastwood. Before Frances Fisher had fully moved out of Clint Eastwood's home, reports surfaced that he was already dating Dana Ruiz, a television news anchor who was 35 years his junior. Their introduction occurred in a professional context when Ruiz interviewed Eastwood in March 1993. While the exact timeline of their romantic involvement remains unclear, it's evident that their relationship began to blossom soon after their initial meeting. Interestingly, even as Eastwood embarked on a new romance with Ruiz, he maintained a semblance of normalcy with Frances Fisher, attending high-profile golf tournaments with Ruiz in February 1995, without publicly announcing the end of his relationship with Fisher. This secrecy and overlap between Eastwood's romantic entanglements added a layer of complexity and intrigue to his personal life. Ruiz herself announced her engagement to Eastwood in January 1996, signaling a significant milestone in their relationship. The couple wasted no time in formalizing their commitment to each other, tying the knot on March 31st in a surprise private ceremony held at a home on the Shadow Creek golf course in Las Vegas. The marriage between Eastwood and Ruiz garnered attention not only for its unexpectedness, but also for its significance in Eastwood's personal history. Despite his numerous long-term romances over the years, this union marked only the second legal marriage for Eastwood. Both Eastwood and Ruiz expressed their deep affection and admiration for each other, with Eastwood declaring, "I'm proud to make this lady my wife. She's the one I've been waiting for," while Ruiz commented, "The fact that I'm only the second woman he has married touches me." Their union was blessed with the arrival of their daughter, Morgan Eastwood, born on December 12, 1996, adding another dimension of joy and fulfillment to their lives. Dinah Ruiz's involvement in Clint Eastwood's professional endeavors extended beyond their relationship, as she made cameo appearances in two of Eastwood's films, Bloodwork and True Crime. Interestingly, in True Crime, Frances Fisher, Eastwood's former partner, also appeared, adding an intriguing layer of complexity to the on-screen dynamics. In the summer of 2012, Dana, along with their daughters Morgan and Francesca, took center stage in a reality show titled Mrs. Eastwood and Company, produced for the E! Network. The show provided viewers with a glimpse into the lives of the Eastwood family, showcasing their day-to-day interactions and adventures. While Clint Eastwood made only occasional appearances on the show, the spotlight primarily focused on Dinah, Morgan, and Francesca, and their dynamic with the band Overtone. Also featured prominently in the series was Dinah's sister-in-law, Jade Birdie, who happened to be the granddaughter of comedy legend Groucho Marx. Their separation/divorce. A fascinating coincidence arose when Birdie discovered that her relationship with Dinah's brother, special effects coordinator Dominic Ruiz, was symbolically represented by the fact that Marx's handprint square at Grauman's Chinese Theater intersected with Mr. Eastwood's. This serendipitous alignment was interpreted by Birdie as a sign of the enduring nature of her relationship with Dominic. During promotional appearances for the reality show, Dana Eastwood injected humor into the proceedings, jokingly expressing her hope that she and Clint would still be married when the show concluded. This tongue-in-cheek remark alluded to the widely acknowledged trend of marriages depicted on reality television often ending in divorce, adding a touch of levity to the situation. However, behind the scenes, cracks were beginning to appear in Eastwood and Dina's marriage. On August 28, 2013, Dana announced that she and Eastwood had been living separately for an undisclosed period. By the fall of the same year, Dina initiated divorce proceedings, withdrawing her initial request for legal separation and citing irreconcilable differences as the reason for the dissolution of their marriage. In her divorce filings, Dina sought full custody of their then 16-year-old daughter, Morgan, as well as spousal support. The divorce proceeding was finalized on December 22, 2014, officially bringing an end to Clint Eastwood and Dina Ruiz's union. Their relationship, which had once been the subject of public fascination and intrigue, had come to a bittersweet conclusion, marking the end of a chapter in both of their lives. As for Clint Eastwood's decision not to marry Sondra Locke and his complicated relationships later, it's clear that personal relationships are complex and multifaceted. Each individual's decisions are influenced by a myriad of factors, including personal values, life circumstances, and emotional dynamics. Without being privy to the intimate details of Eastwood's relationships, it's challenging to draw definitive conclusions. However, his romantic journey has been marked by both triumphs and challenges, reflecting the complexities of human relationships. Clint Eastwood's romantic journey has been a captivating tale of love, loss, and resilience. From his complex relationship with Sondra Locke to his marriages and divorces later in life, Eastwood's personal life has been as intriguing as his illustrious career in Hollywood. While we may never fully understand the intricacies of his decisions and relationships, one thing is clear. Eastwood's story serves as a reminder that love, like life itself, is filled with both joyous moments and heartbreak. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of Clint Eastwood's romantic journey. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more fascinating content. Until next time, goodbye.